children, I hope you're all doing okay. So today we're going to do some shape, space and measure work, and we're going to learn all about the word capacity today. Now, do you think you know what the word capacity means? Just have a think. Have you heard that word before, capacity? Do you know what it means? Some clues on the table that might help you. So capacity is how much fits inside something. So the glass. How much can we fit inside of this glass? And capacity you might use when you are doing maybe some cooking, some baking, because you might have to put a certain amount of water. Normally you weigh things, but there are certain things that you might use with water, and that's more kind of the capacity side of things when we use water. But it doesn't just have to be water, because it's or anything could fit in this glass. It doesn't have to be a liquid. It could be something like sand, couldn't it? Or it could be how many jelly beans you can fit in this glass. But that's generally what capacity means. It means how much will fit inside something. Okay, so that's what we're going to explore today. And we're going to just use water. Well, I'm going to use just water. But when you do this at home, you can explore this using anything that you like. But I'm going to use some water today. So to start with, I'm just going to go over a few terms with you. I've got some water in my jug here, and I've got a glass. So I want my glass to be empty. Do I need to do anything to the glass to make it empty? What does the word empty mean? Well done if you said it means there's nothing in there. And this glass is already empty, isn't it? If you look closely, there's nothing in there. So this glass is already empty. So I haven't got to do anything to them. Now, I want my glass to be full now. What does that mean, full? I want my glass to be full of the water. What does that mean? Well done if you said that the whole glass will be filled with the water. So let's see if we can make our glass full. I'm going to use this to pour. See the water going up? And I'm not going to make it all the way full right to the top so it's overflowing. But there we go. That glass is pretty much full. If I put it a bit closer to you, you can see that glass is pretty much full up. So I'm just going to just pour this water in here for now. Okay, right. Now I want my glass to be half full. What does that mean? Can you think about that now? What does that mean? I want my glass to be half full. Can you think about that? What would I have to do to the glass and the water? Well done if you said that half of the glass, that means if I was to split the glass into two, I would get two halves. I'm not going to do that, but if I was to split it into in half, it would be go into two. So half of the glass is going to be full with water and the other half is going to be empty. Let's see if we can do that. And I might need to just bend down so I can see the water going in. There we go. That's about, I might have filled up just a little bit too much to pour it out. And there we go. The glass is half full. Now, some people might say the glass is half empty. It's both, isn't it? It's half full and half empty. But I've used the water to make it half full. I could also say nearly full, which would mean I need to put a little bit more water in to get it nearer to the top. It's not full, but it's nearly full. And when we drink a glass of water, especially grown-ups, we probably only drink glasses of water, or we start with a glass of water that is nearly full. If we fill it all the way up to the top, it's going to be too full and it's going to be hard to carry, and also it might be too much to drink. So normally if a grown-up fills up a glass, it will be nearly full. Okay, so that's one of the things I want you to do today. I want you to, with a grown-up, you can get some water, or it could be, you could colour the water if you wanted. It could be any kind of liquid that you like, or it doesn't have to be a liquid. It could be sand, Or as I said, you might want to use something like jelly babies or beads or anything like that. Anything that can fill something up. And I want the grown-up to say to you, can you make the glass empty? Can you make the glass full? Can you make the glass half full, nearly full? Or you might even do nearly empty. So if I want to make this glass nearly empty, I'm going to have to pour some of it away, aren't I? Maybe a bit more than that. Yeah, there we go. So that is nearly empty. There's just a little bit left on there. So that's one thing I want you to do for me this morning. And the next thing that I want you to do this morning is having a look at different sized, there could be glass, there could be bowls, there could be anything you want. And I want you to make some predictions about how much water is going to make those glasses or whatever you're using fill up. Is it going to be the same? We're going to look at different types and compare them, okay? Because we want to see, we're going to test, do different shapes, do different heights, widths, which is how wide something is. Do they hold more than a shape that looks a bit differently? So to test that, to just show you an example, I've got two glasses here. Okay. I am going to fill up both of those glasses and I'm going to see which one has the most water in. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to get two bowls, and these bowls are exactly the same and they're clear so I can see in them. Once I've filled up these glasses, I'm going to pour all the water that's been in those glasses into these bowls, and when we look at them we can compare how much water is in each glass and which glass held more. And I've just got a little bit of water in there, so I'm just going to tip that out to make sure that we're starting fairly. Okay, so before we start pouring, just have a think. Which of these glasses do you think is going to hold more water? Or do you think they're going to hold the same? Which is going to hold more? Which is going to hold less? So remember, more is the bigger, less is the smaller. And which do you think is going to, and do you think any of them, do you think these might be hold the same amount? So which one holds more or less, or do you think that they're going to hold the same amount? Just have a look at them. I put them flat down. You can see this one's a little bit taller than this one. If we do it this way, we can see that this one is wider than this one. What do we think? Right, let's do some pouring then. So hopefully you can find something that's easy for you to pour, because it'd be really good if you did the pouring, but make sure you've got a grown-up helping you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill them both to just really near to the top, but not all the way full. So I've got a little bit of space there, as you can see. Fill up this one. There we go. I think I've left the same amount. Just a little bit more in this one. There we go. Right, okay, so they are now both full up with water. We still can't tell which one's got more in, can we? We can't tell which one, if any, has got more in. So let's have a test. So for this, as I said, I've got two bowls that are the same because I'm going to compare them. Now, if you had something like a weighing scale, which I've got here, I could use my weighing scale. We did some weighing last week. So you could do that. You could put your bowl, if you've only got one bowl, you could put the bowl on there and then weigh how much water's in there. Or what you could also do, if you wanted to, going through my kitchen cupboards here, you could get a measuring jug. And if you have a look at this measuring jug, children, just move this up here before I spill them. Have a look on this measuring jug. You can see that, yeah, you can. There are some numbers. So you could see which glass has the highest, gets to the highest number. And that is a way of seeing which one holds more. And if you wanted to, you could write your answers down to compare the numbers. Okay, you might need a little bit of help with a grown-up if you're doing something like that. You probably need a grown-up with you the whole time for this, just because it's probably going to get a bit messy. So, but it is probably easiest if you've got two bowls that are the same that you could see into, but you might not have that in your house. Right, okay, so let's do this one first. We noticed that this one was wider, didn't we, than this one? So let's pour those in. Just going to try and get it all in the bowl. There we go. Oh, that bowl's nearly full up. And the next one, let's pour this one in. Okay, right, so now we've poured out the water for both of the bowls. Can we see, is there a clear winner? Can we see? I think there is. Which one held more? This one over here has got more in it, hasn't it? Which was the wider glass. So the wider glass held more than the taller glass, didn't it? Even though this one was taller, this one's wider, so it could hold more water in it. So that's what I want you to do as well today. So you can do, you don't have to just do 2 glasses, you can do lots of different things, and you don't have to use glasses. You could use, as I said, bowls, you could use watering can if you've got a watering can, you could use a bottle like this. So I've still got some lemonade in my bottle, but if you had a bottle like this that was empty, you could see how much it is in there. You could test your water bottle. If you've got different sized water bottles, maybe if you've got brothers and sisters, you could see whose water bottle holds the most. There's all sorts of things that you could try and experiment. I just want you to have a go and just see what you can find out. Okay, so 2 things I want you to do. The first thing is for a grown-up or somebody to say to you, can you make this glass full, half full, nearly full, empty, nearly empty? And then have a go at comparing and looking at different size glasses, etc. Okay, so I look forward to seeing that, and take some photos so you can send them over to me. I hope you have lots of fun. Remember just to be careful with the water and things. Make sure you're not near any technology or anything like that. If it's not too cold, you could go out in the garden and do it. Yeah, hope you have lots of fun. I'm sure, I know in this class we do love playing with our water, so I'm sure you're going to really, really enjoy it. All right then, bye.